You are a very special guest. You're 24. For women, they're a little hesitant about transplant.
Yeah, I was scared, like my hair used to be till my hips and everything. 2021, I could start seeing the bald patches.
Okay.
At that point, I was like, what will I do in future if someone will
Right.
like me or not? As a girl,
Right.
you have these thoughts.
Yes.
So then I had PCOS.
You mentioned you were in college at that point of time.
Yes.
Emotionally, it impacted you with your friend circle. And
All the girls used to say that you have very thin hair, see your hair how it looks, and even boys. It affected me a lot. People used to say, my best friend itself, he used to say all this. I used to feel a little ugly. I was a little underconfident when I used to be in front of the mirror and oh God, what's happening with me? And then we came to Ashok.
when did you initially start seeing the results and how did you feel?
Last year, I started seeing my hair growing back, the small hair that comes.
The tiny
And you know, professionally, a lot of things changed. People perceive you in a good way. The personality changes.
Yeah.
My life transformed.
If you wanted to describe your entire hair journey into 3 words, what would that be?
I would say amazing, fantastic, and best experience.
Hi, Meghal. Welcome to our show, and thank you so much for joining us on Beyond the Mirror. You are a very special guest, one, because you are young, you're 24, and I'm sure you're going to inspire a lot of young women who are struggling with hair loss, who are stressed, who are losing confidence because of, the hair that they are losing. So I think it's going to be a very interesting conversation. But of course, before getting into the journey of your hair, I just wanted to know a little about yourself. How are you as a person, professionally? What do you do? About your personal life, whatever you like to share with us.
So I am 24 years old, as you all
Right.
know, and I have been studying. When I entered Assure, I was studying. I am pursuing LLB,
Okay.
and I work as a lawyer. I work tirelessly. You know how it is.
Yes.
So that is all I do, and I have completed my graduation. Used to go to college during the procedures as well.
Okay.
So these are
Right. How is your lifestyle and routine now in terms of work pressure and all of that?
it is less stressful. I try to take less stress. So that is one biggest point in our life, that if we take less stress, that will help us health wise as well.
Right,
The stress is
right.
the root of
Correct.
everything.
Right.
So normal.
Okay, great. What I wanted to know is, of course, in regards to hair, this is a very gradual process which you must have experienced the, hair fall and all of that. And you're
Yes.
24 now, but I think you've started experiencing this much earlier.
Much earlier.
So can you just tell us, like, when exactly did you start noticing and when did you feel it got worsened?
I think in 2019 end, around November, December, I started losing hair.
Right.
At that time, I had good volume. Like my hair used to be till my hips and everything. I had good volume of hair.
Okay.
And then maybe the procedures we do. We have these hair in salons we do.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I had done that as well.
Okay, okay.
So later on, I started getting like hair fall in 2020, and then in 2021, I could start seeing the bald patches,
Okay.
and that also in the crown area.
Okay.
So I used to go out and I used to tie my hair, and then later on, I used to like adjust my hair that wo
right.
bald patch na
Dikhe
dikhe.
nahi, correct.
So it was very traumatizing at that point. I was like, what will I do in future if someone will
Right.
like me or not? As a girl,
Right.
you have these thoughts.
Yes, yes.
So in 2021, I tried everything, medicines, different PRPs, different doctors, a lot of medicines like growth, vitamins, but nothing worked. Nothing at all. And then in 2021, in December, I got diagnosed by PCOS, and then that
So
was
you
one
were
of
not
the
knowing the underlying condition.
yeah, I didn't
earlier.
know.
That
In
was
fact,
much
I had
later.
done blood test and everything in 2021 start, but there was nothing at that time. Then that was the last thing which we tried. No, let's just see if you have thyroid or PCOS.
Right, right.
So then I had PCOS.
Okay.
So that was the condition, and then I
Yes.
tried to maintain that, but then obviously you have lost hair, so you have to go for hair transplant.
Right, right.
So my mom then approached a lot of doctors. We went to different clinics, but nothing worked. Like that vibe, that environment, positiveness was not there. And then we came to Assure.
Okay, all right. In fact, PCOS and all these conditions now we are seeing very commonly amongst the young girls, right? And that's one of the reasons why the hair and skin is getting impacted.
Yes.
So knowing the underlying condition is also important. So at least we know the next steps.
In fact, I was late. So I would just like to say all the young girls that please don't be late. If you see a little
Yeah.
change in your hair
Right.
pattern, anything, just go to the
Right.
doctor, get your tests done in
Correct.
six months, whatever that
Yeah,
is.
at least timely diagnosis
Yes,
helps.
so you don't have to go through a lot of pain, trauma, anything.
Right. Overall, since you mentioned you were in college at that point of time,
Yes,
so
yes.
how do you think emotionally it impacted you with your friend circle and in
It
college?
affected me a lot. Like all the girls used to say that you have very thin hair, see your hair how it looks, even boys. So they all judge you. And then they, try to shatter you. And that mental health part was really bad. I used to feel that what am I doing? All the other girls have this much hair. Why am I not the one who doesn't? So yeah. But then, I accepted the fact that how people are, they are going to say what they want
Yeah.
to.
And that time you were 21? You were
Yes.
21 at
Yes.
that
So
time.
at
So
that
we are not
age,
even very mature. So it hurts us
yes.
more when.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
hurts. And then, you are like how I used to talk to my mom. My mom used to be like, let's see, let's wait, we'll do these treatments and then we'll get it done. Nothing worked. So hair transplant was
Right.
one
So
of the.
medications, PRPs, all of that you tried for good 2 years.
Yes, for 2 years.
But you didn't see much of a significant
Nothing at
improvement
all.
at all.
The vitamins. In fact, in 2021 January, I got my blood test and everything done. At that time, I was not diagnosed with PCOS.
Okay.
At that time, everything was normal.
Okay.
So I had vitamin D3 or something like that.
Yes.
Some deficiencies, and I did take all the medicines on time.
Right.
That white growth medicines.
Yes,
I took
yes.
everything. Nothing worked.
So ongoing hair fall maybe can stop, but at least a new hair were not growing.
Yeah,
you
new
didn't
hair was
observe
not
any
growing
regrowth.
on. Hair fall was less, but the
Yes.
new hair. But then later on, what happens when you stop taking that medicine? Again, the hair fall comes to the
Correct.
same.
Yeah. So it was a very
pattern.
temporary solution.
Yeah, the
It didn't
temporary
really help you
solution.
from the long term
Yes,
perspective.
yes.
Right.
That
right.
was one thing I observed. So I would just say that yes, I'm repeating it, that please girls, just go when you feel like that there's
Yeah.
little hair fall, just go
Correct.
and get all your diagnosis done properly.
Right, right. So you mentioned about your mom that she started researching because she's very concerned
Yes,
about this.
yes.
So, like, how did you come across, the final decision of a certain clinic and the procedures?
In January 2022, my mom, she started researching. She saw a lot of, other doctors, they do that promotional events and
Yes,
everything. So
yes.
she had seen some brochures of different other clinics.
Okay.
So my mom is like, let's research about it. What is it? She started saying that what exactly hair transplant is. I didn't know
Okay.
anything about it.
Oh, okay.
So she did all the research and then she saw all the pictures. We went to different clinics. They said that this is the procedure, this will be like this, painful. Aapke donor area mein hair nahi aayega. So we used to be concerned that how is it going to happen? How are we going to survive with this?
Yeah.
You're not having
if
hair
you
there.
damage that area.
Yeah. So my mom was concerned. And then later on, we spoke to a family friend. We were just, having a normal conversation. And then he said that this is the number, just go to him, just give my name
Okay.
and just see, you'll see the difference.
So he had undergone himself any treatments?
Yes, here, hair transplant.
Okay, he had himself done a hair
Yes,
transplant. So he
yes.
referred your mom. to
Yes,
come.
and in fact, we did tell him that आपके donor area में hair आया है कि नहीं. So he said that yes, it did come, and we saw that. We saw the growth. Because we have seen uncle like that. So we've
Right,
seen his
right,
bald
right.
face. So that
Correct.
was a very different thing which we saw.
Transformation
Yeah,
that
the
you saw.
transformation was amazing.
So donor, of course, the hair doesn't grow back, but if it's not correctly transplanted, it can
Yes.
damage the donor and it can look patchy. So that is the fear I think most people have.
A lot of, like,
Yeah.
right now when I see my donor area, it's just normal. I feel like there's nothing happening.
It's not even detectable that
Yes.
it's got harvested
Because
from there.
as you know, there was one incident, one of my friend, her relative, he had done hair transplant from a different clinic,
Okay.
and his donor area hair never came back. It was damaged,
It was fully damaged.
fully damaged, and plus his normal hair on the head, hair transplanted area, never grown back.
Oh, so it was
After
like a
doing-
failed case.
Yes, like getting all the medicines, aftercare. So that was a lot painful. But then when he saw what, the result I got, so he was very happy that at least, someone is.
So your family must have got a little worried that they saw failed results in somebody else.
Yes.
Being a male patient, so in a female, I think the hesitancy
Yeah,
is even
so
more.
that is why, that donor area thing,
Yeah.
everywhere in 2-3 clinics we went, they are like, this can be damaged. That is nothing in our hand and everything. We were worried. And when we came, when we entered Assure, at that time, we got all the guarantee. We, all the
Whom did
doctors.
you meet first time when you came?
Dr. Abhishek.
Acha, you met
Kulkarni.
Dr. Abhishek only
Yes,
directly.
yes.
Okay.
First, we took his
Interaction was
appointment.
with him
Yes,
only.
yes.
Okay. And your mom
first
must
with
have come along with. I'm sure she must be
yeah,
more
my
worried.
mom and my mommy.
Okay, you all
everyone
came,
came,
right.
and they were like, "Hey, let's just see what the procedure is. Let's just,
Correct.
get all the information
Right.
correctly."
Right. Right.
And here we were given the best guidance.
Right.
We were not worried.
Hmm.
So, that day itself, my blood test was done. Everything was done.
Oh, that quick you decided
Yes,
and you were
because
sure.
we were very happy when we came here, and we saw the results as well.
Right.
So he gave us a comforting space. Assure is comforting for me.
Right, right.
So my blood test was done. We started with the procedure the very next week,
Oh, wow.
and it
okay.
started
So
gradually.
at home, you didn't have to convince anyone else. Of course, your mom was in support of hair transplant. but
my dad
for-
was not with us when we entered here.
Okay.
So we spoke to my dad. My dad was
Right.
like, just do whatever you need to do
Yes,
for our
yes.
girl.
And that's so supportive because we've seen a
Yes.
lot of times because for women, they're a little hesitant about transplant. For men, we've commonly heard, but for female, trimming the scalp and going through this aesthetic procedures, not very acceptable still and not very common also.
Yeah, I was scared. Like the first time I entered the surgery room and they were trimming my hair, I was crying. I was literally crying. And then I was like, no, everything will be fine. I'll get my hair back. And
Right,
everything.
right.
So,
So
I was
men,
scared.
of course, we fully trim. I think in your case, they must have trimmed just the backside,
Backside.
without trimming this.
Yes.
But then obviously we've never seen ourselves
The
trimmed from
appearance changes. Like you have a social life. As I'm a young
Yes.
girl, so I have a social life. I go out with
Correct.
my friends.
Correct.
So you have that thing that I just have this part to cover my hair at this
Correct,
moment.
yes.
So that was a little thing, but I think now the world has become more vocal
Yeah.
about everything.
Correct,
So
correct.
people understood.
But how did you carry your look like during the ongoing procedures? That time you were in college only, right?
Yes.
So you were also attending college?
Yes.
Okay.
Almost every other day I used to go to my college. I used to do all the activities, normal activities. So at that time I used to keep my hair like, obviously I have to cover them.
Yes, yes.
So I used to tie it or
Correct.
either used to keep it loose because
Right. So it's
obviously I
not
was given
visible.
that no, don't keep your hair tight.
Correct, correct.
So I used to tie it normally. It used to look normal. ऐसा नहीं था कि नहीं यार कुछ तो करा
So
रही है.
within a week or something it normalized?
Yes, very normal. After the 7 days, the procedure gets over. After that, the clots you
Yeah,
all
that we remove. Correct.
Yeah, so after that was very normal.
Very normal. So it wasn't major challenge to, step back into routine.
yes.
Within a week you could do all of that.
Yes, within a week. And in fact, no one used to know that she's doing something.
It was not so noticeable
Yes,
also.
so if I tell someone, then they will be like, oh, okay, you are getting this
Getting
done.
this procedure done.
Yeah, so it was normal.
That was
for
nice.
me.
When did you initially start seeing the results and how did you feel?
Last year, after my last procedure was done,
Uh-huh.
and after 6 months, started seeing my hair growing back, the small hair that comes.
The tiny hair.
And when I was tying my hair, I didn't have to cover anything or adjust my hair. So that is one where I saw and I was very happy. My mom was very happy. Then we saw the before after pictures.
Yes,
That the
yes.
first time when I came here,
Correct.
how it was. And then later on.
And I remember you mentioned that when the hair was wet or if it was in spotlight, the
yes.
patchiness which
The
is visible now,
patchiness.
you didn't have to adjust your hair and the density.
Right
was
now, I
there.
didn't have to. Like, I just go like this in my college and I'm done. So I'm very happy about it that
Right. And your mom is also very happy now.
yes, my mom and dad, they're like they've seen the results, they are happy
Yeah.
now.
So they're happy with the decision that
Yes,
they took.
they are very happy.
That's great. That's great. How has it overall changed that in your professional aspect as well? Because obviously you have a client-facing role, and it's a stressful work as well that you have.
I think the hair transplant decision was one of the other things, professional was one of the other things that I could take that decision.
Correct.
Because if you go out, you have to give yourself the personality. You have
Correct.
to put yourself out.
Right. Right.
So for us, you have to be very professional. My hair should be tied properly. In courts, we have that.
Yes, of course.
We can't keep our hair open.
Correct.
So when I used to do that adjustment part was a little, taking too much time, or
Right.
you used to feel a little, no, it's not looking
Conscious
nice.
about
yeah,
it.
conscious about it. When the clients also come, it doesn't look good.
Right.
So now professionally it has changed. Now everything has changed. Now I don't have to do anything. I'm just good.
You look
to
stress-free actually to me.
Go. Yes, yes.
There's
I'm
nothing
very
that you have to
stress free. If I
manage.
have to go out, I just have to tie my hair. I have to do this. And I'm done.
So that's helpful.
So professionally, a lot of things changed. People perceive you in a good way. The personality changes. hair transplant changed. Assure changed my whole. I just told you that my life transformed. I got the confidence back.
Right. And obviously, few follow-ups that you come over and all
Yes.
of that. You want to share your experience during your post-procedure?
The post procedure, the follow ups were really good. Like Dr. Abhishek and even the other doctors who were giving me PRP and growth factor, they used to take pictures, proper pictures, in each session. In 15 days, I used to come, or maybe a month. So they used to take pictures. They used to see that how much time she needs,
To
what she has
record the
to
progress.
do. Yes, what she has to do, everything. They've taken care properly. I don't have any complaints, to be honest. I was taken care of.
Right. So in
It's
8,
like a
10
home
months.
now.
Ah.
So you know how parents take,
Yes.
take care of us. Assure
And I
is
think
like
that's
that.
important. Procedure is one aspect, but when you feel, that taken care and that affection is there, that makes it
Yes.
easier the whole journey.
Yes, whenever we come, just whenever I meet any of the doctors, like if I'm meeting you or Dr. Abhishek Pilani, all are just, welcoming us with a smile, that warm smile, that just gives you confidence.
I think that comes a lot with Dr. Abhishek, I would say, because
Yes.
that's how the culture has developed, and the other team members and other doctors obviously adapt to the same, and I think that brings in a lot of comfort to patients.
He's one of the inspirations. My mom always used to be happy. See how he's greeting and how he has taken care of everything, each and every surgery.
Yeah.
He has taken my results. He has spoken to all the doctors properly. So that is one. The post care has been amazing. I don't have to take medicines. Best part about it is I don't have to take medicines. I don't have to apply something again and
Yeah.
again.
So there's no maintenance, and I think that's the best part.
Yes.
Right. During procedure, because a lot of women have pain fear, because maybe they feel that the skin is more sensitive compared to the men. So how was your experience in terms of pain during the procedure?
The pain was minimal.
Okay.
Because whenever you inject something,
Yeah.
it will pain a little,
Right,
but
right.
it was very minimal. I didn't have any complaints with the pain. Yes, after the procedure, when the injected area just comes alive a little,
Yeah.
it pains. You have to
Right.
clean it. It will pain a little,
Right.
but it is not that you can't.
Unbearable. It's something
Yeah,
which
it
you
is
can
bearable.
manage.
Yes, it is bearable. In fact, during PRP also, they used to get the massager.
Ah.
So they use that. So there's little pain. Yeah, you might have bumps.
Right.
So doctor used to just tell me that just apply ice. You'll
Correct.
be fine. So
So overall, your transplant procedure was not as painful as people get scared of.
yes, people
Especially
are very
girls,
scared
they
of
get
that.
scared.
Yeah.
Till when did you see your donor area getting recovered well? Like obviously initially it got a little trimmed and
Yeah.
you got a little nervous. You said you even ended up crying in the OT.
Yeah.
But till when did you see your donor also looking normal?
Last year around February, March, I started seeing growth of hair, like this big. Because at that time, what happens? I used to tie my hair like this, and all the small hair used to be like here.
Huh. But
So,
those also grew in length then.
Yes, that grew in length. Right now, I haven't gotten haircut, but
So
yeah.
it started looking uniform.
Yes,
and
like
that.
normal. I didn't have to cover it because obviously when you see the donor area, there are patches. There will be, but at that time it was very normal. I just saw it after a year and just so.
In your personal aspect and personal life, how did this bring change? Of course, professionally, it boosted a lot of confidence, which you mentioned.
Yeah.
From your personal life point of view, how did you feel like maybe when you see in the mirror every day and other?
I think during when I had bald patches, I used to feel a little ugly. I used to call myself ugly. That no, you're not looking good because obviously you are at a younger age. You go out on dates, anything. People used to just shatter me down. See how your hair is. How much ever you cover it.
Yeah.
People used to say my best friend itself, he used to say all these things. So I was a little underconfident when I used to be in front of the mirror. I'm like, shit, what's happening? Sorry to use the word, but oh god, what's happening with me? And then I used to cry. That was one thing, that no, I don't have hair. And again, then stress comes out.
Yes.
Everything.
That triggers it more.
It was triggering me. Then personally, I thought that okay, let's just get done with the
Yes.
procedure. I think I will get. You have faith.
Yes.
Again,
And
faith
that's
helps.
important. That faith and trust in the
Yes,
process. is
faith
required.
and support of
Support of
family,
your mom,
support,
yes,
like
absolutely.
everyone here also, the doctors, nurse, everyone, the people I met here in Assure, each and every person has given me the best advice the best service,
Yeah.
everything. So personally, I changed a lot. I don't cry. Now I feel very beautiful in front of the mirror. I love it.
That's so good to hear. And that's
Yeah.
going to be so motivational for so many young girls who are yet in a decision making and very hesitant about considering transplant as a procedure. 'Cause it's considered more of a stigma, and it's not really well accepted amongst the women population. And I think that's going to motivate them a lot.
And it should, it should.
You had several other areas as well.
Yeah, because of
So it was multiple
yeah, it was
areas.
hereditary as well because my
Huh.
dad has the same
Your dad's
thing.
side.
Yeah.
Okay.
So majorly when you see that, I just say that if you start seeing that your hair is just going away from the crown area,
Yeah.
majorly just go for the hair transplant.
Correct. You have siblings as well?
Yes, I have a
So-
younger sister.
So genetically, has she also suffered with hair?
No.
So she's more towards your mom's side.
Yes.
Okay.
My mom has thick, long hair. My sister is
Yeah.
blessed with that, touch wood.
Hmm.
So that's good. In fact, I take care of her now. Just go do this, do that. You don't have to
You
go
become
through.
more aware.
You don't have to go through that because she has seen everything. She's 2 years younger to me. She used to clean my donor area
The
because
dressing
my
and all she used to
mom
help.
my mom was a little scared after seeing that, so she used to clean whenever the surgery used to be done. Every day she has cleaned.
She's been a part of it each day
Yes,
of the process.
she has
of the
seen
procedure.
everything, that what she has been through, and I just tell her that no, you take care of your hair. That comes first.
Correct.
So I don't want what I have been through. I don't want her to just go
Correct.
through that, the
Right.
trauma, the people bullying you, anything.
Right.
I just want her to feel less like she's just beautiful. So that
So
is
your hair got fixed, but since you had mentioned you had an underlying PCOS, so did you simultaneously treat that as well?
yes, I have been my diet, workout. That's the only thing we can do. We don't have any
Right.
permanent solution
Correct.
to PCOS.
But now your hormonal profiles and everything, when you do the
Yes.
blood work, that
Yes,
comes
it's
out to be normal.
Yes,
So
and
that's also important for people to know. So just getting a transplant, and yes, that will fix the problem.
yeah.
But you are simultaneously also treating the underlying
You
cause.
need to have a healthy diet if you want your hair growth as well. See, it is one thing that hair transplant would be done. We do PRPs, we do everything, but your diet will make a bigger difference. Having the right amount of protein, having
nutrition.
it.
You're a
yes.
vegetarian?
Yes, I'm a vegetarian.
Right.
So we have less options, but yeah, we
Yes.
have to do everything
You
that
can be mindful of what you're eating, and that is going to
Yes.
help. Because I think skin and hair is a lot of reflection of what you are from inside.
Yes.
So as you rightly said, diet is important.
diet is
truly.
important. In fact, Dr. Abhishek Pilani used to say that just have these things, you are sorted for your hair growth.
Correct. Anything else that you want to share with the audience where you feel that your word would give a lot of motivation to them?
I would just like to say to all the young girls and young boys as well, because yes, nowadays the hair fall has increased
Of course, yes. In the young age.
tremendously in a young age. So I would just say that don't let yourself get bullied by anyone. Just be yourself, love yourself, and take the right decision at the right time and trust the process.
And be patient.
Yes, be patient. Patience is the key to everything, and yeah, that's all.
So just one last thing. If you wanted to describe your entire hair journey into 3 words, what would that be?
I would say amazing, fantastic, and best experience. Changed my life. Transformation. It was amazing.
Great. Thank you. Thank you so much, Meghal.
Thank you.
We really loved talking to you. And we wish you a lot of success, a lot of happiness in the future to come.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for believing and trusting us as well.
Thank you, Ashur. In fact, a lot of things changed in my life.
So we are glad we could be a little part of your journey into that.
Yes. In fact, I will remember this for life because at a young age, I got to do this and got to know the best people. Amazing.
That means a lot to us as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank-
So, discussing about Meghal's case, it highlights a common but often misunderstood condition, female pattern hair loss, especially when linked with PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome. PCOS is a hormonal disorder that can lead to androgen excess, which affects the hair cycle, causing thinning on the crown, widening part of the lines, and overall volume loss. In Meghal's case, she had tried multiple medications and treatments over the years, but her volume loss had reached a point where medical management alone was no longer sufficient. What we did, our approach was a multi-pronged approach, performing FUE, follicular unit extraction transplant, to restore visible density and carefully enhance the frontal zone while also focusing on maintaining the existing native hair. Simultaneously, what we worked on was a hormonal profile, her metabolism, and everything just to because without internal balance, even the best hair transplant may not last long term. The outcome of this entire approach was it's been almost 4 years since the procedure, and Megal is not just satisfied, she is thriving with renewed confidence and a long lasting results. My takeaway from this entire case is female pattern hair loss can be deeply emotional, and when it overlaps with conditions like PCOS, it needs a comprehensive and a compassionate treatment plan. A balance between surgical correction and hormonal management makes all the difference. Thank you.